Very pretty. There she is. Weather. Ready. Right after you ate?
As I'm still chewing.
As you're still...
Welcome back, guys!
Hi.
Yeah, so we didn't do a lot of work on day one. We got a lot of progress done for just 3 days of working. Well, technically kind of like 2 since we didn't work the first day.
We're still not finished with the ceiling, but it looks really good so far.
Yeah, let's also preface that the reason why we got so down on the first day of working was because I don't think we like had a lot of faith in it on that day. Staring at it and be like, holy shit, what did I get myself into? I don't even know how to build a ceiling, but I already started, so what can I do?
If you like what we're watching,
keep watching.
You can learn from us and all of our mistakes. Smash
the subscribe.
It's probably gonna be right.
It's gonna be right here.
A little fondling of the subscribe button.
Straight as possible.
Oh, yeah, buddy. That's fine.
We're doing a really bad job about recording our process this week. We're also not getting a whole lot done. We're really taking our leisurely time. The ceiling is posing a lot of obstacles as usual, nothing new there. She's doing her thing, kicking her asses. We're just like trying to sit back and come up with a game plan about how to attack this. So, I'm going through with some patch and paint spackle, and if you can come on over. I'm just doing some spackle work, just smoothing it out where we put the nail guns to just hold this in place before we did our final screwing. Welcome to my crib. Come on in.
Wow, your crib's size.
Hey, it's your crib too.
Alright, what are we doing?
Are we live? Alright, so we have down here some lumber that we're gonna use as trim along the perimeter of the panels, and we want to stain it this color. It's a special walnut color.
Ooh.
Because all the other walnuts are too ordinary for us. Yeah. One layer of stain looks pretty good. I really like the color, but we're gonna do another one, fill in where we missed. Yeah. So my stepdad just cut out this very, very thin piece of plywood to...
It's like the same material as what was actually on there. It's like
yeah, it's really thin. So basically it looks like that underneath. And he cut this out, and we're gonna adhere it with some wood glue so that we have a finished surface to paint on. And he's also gonna do the same up here to level it out. He did a really great job measuring the angles. Looks good. Thanks, Paul. Oh, hey, Arnold. What are we doing? We have found a drill bit that goes through the steel studs because we had some difficulty yesterday. Okay, here's where a steel stud is, and we can drill up in there to get extra support. Hopefully we'll make it look a little bit nicer today. What is going on? Yeah. Originally you heard us talking about filling in these seams with some sort of like cover or like wooden beam, and I was advised that that's not the best idea. I saw on YouTube this lady basically put down some drywall tape and then go over it with some all-purpose putty. Like this is really heavy. We've secured the front half of the cab with screws that Seth wants to paint white so that they blend in a little bit more. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go lay these down in between these huge seams, putty over it, wait for it to dry, sand, possibly go over with another layer of putty, sand again. And then after sanding it for a second time, we will prime it and then paint it white again. So you wanna be kind of generous with it because you'd rather have like a thicker surface when you're sanding that rather than a thinner, because then you'd have to redo it.
The bigger seams in the front right here, and yeah, it'll be sanded down and painted white, and won't even be able to tell that there was a massive and ugly gap in between. So far so good. We're happy with this. I think it's going to turn out just fine.
Sherry, I am going to measure our first trim board from this corner up to here, so that actually this trim board is a little bit particular because it kind of holds up the weight of some of these panels that are drooping, and we basically need that trim board to go up so the panels could be secure, and so I can compound in between these gaps. These two gaps and then this one over here are the only ones that I need to compound with putty, and everything else is solid. Trim pieces, we applied our second coat so you can see they're a lot more rich. So yeah, we're gonna cut one of these bad boys up. Woo! Woman power! I like the contrast of the light in that dark wood. I'm gonna paint all the walls white, so you'll see even more of that contrast.
This is our life. Hope everybody's enjoying it with friends and family. So obviously we got some cracks. Plan on going back over that today. We're gonna screw in the rest of the panels and also patch up the seams as well. And Jasmine plans on putting in a fan.
Yeah, I'm excited. You can see there's not an open window
Yeah,
over
that window
here
does nothing.
for the heat to escape and to get like condensation out when we do take showers. Vent up here is simply just like a screen. There's no actual fan to pull out hot air. So I bought this. We're gonna have to do a little bit of wiring today to get this to work. So what we're gonna do is we are going to take off this screen and then drill a hole big enough to fit these two wires, and then what we'll do basically is run these wires up through here and then put it through the hole and then connect it to the fan that I'm about to install.
Thinner.
So Seth is gonna go turn on our battery so that we can test that this fan actually works before we decide to install it up there and then figure out we got the wiring wrong and have to take it down. Yeah, baby. We're connecting the negatives and then we're gonna connect the positives. Okay, I'm just gonna take this like to the side so that it doesn't get in the way of the fan.
Even though it's just a plastic fan, I don't think it'll.
Just for precautions.
Concoctions.
There.
So keep spinning until you get it.
Hey, check that out. So it works. I'm screwing it to open and not screwing, twisting it to close. So it's installed correctly. Here's our test.
You tell me
Back part of the cab is all sealed across the seams. Yeah, this is just one layer and I can already see it cracking from it drying, but we'll come in tomorrow and do a second layer.
And we just got some lunch. But we kinda,
there's nothing left over. We ate it all.
we were hungry, but it was 2 spring rolls, really big spring rolls, and some sushi. Round off.
That's in my pocket.
Yeah. What you want? We got it. We got it. Oh, what's the crotch? Done with our lunch. So right now we're gonna put an adhesive and we're just patching up, and then we're gonna putty it eventually to even out the wall, and then we're gonna paint, prime and paint. So right now we're just sticking it up against the wall. Tight Bond 3. The trilogy, ultimate wood glue. That's the only one we have to do.
The trilogy. Putting this wood glue.
Yes. That should be good.
We're about to install another LED light. That should be our day.
A line, so I can just do it that way.
Half an hour.
1, 2, 3.
So you go in between the 3. Okay, you okay? Y'all ready?
I want to see it go in, and then we turn on.
Always double check to make sure you're wired correctly, and I am. Basically, we want to make sure our 2 blocks are not connected, and they are not. All right, here we go. Okay, and so what we're gonna do is just hold the clamp on one end like this. Here we go, we're about to be attached. The other one goes in like this, and it's flushed.
There we go. We should put a little.
Looks good. Power's on.
Power's on.
All right, so here's our switch. Let's turn her on.
Yay!
Yeah, we got power. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, it feels so good right here.